For a couple of months now, we have had the ability using Castr's unified chat to highlight chats that have come in through Facebook, YouTube, and well, they do Twitch, but we don't usually stream to Twitch. And I've made a plugin that will allow people to our media team to monitor the chat and highlight certain chats on our live stream. And so I'm working on getting that chat, that extension, it's a Chrome extension, published so that you can do it. But I thought maybe people might want to use it in the meantime. So I will do a quick little tutorial on how you can install it in the meantime, and I'll let you know once it's actually been published on the Chrome store so that everyone can use it a little bit easier. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to actually set it up in OBS in order to make it as an overlay. So the first thing that you need to do is go to the GitHub repository where the live chat extension is. So we'll go to github.com breakpoint live chat overlay. And then you need to just install using the green code button here. And then you need to just use the option here, download zip. So you just download the zip file there. And then once that is done, then you can just extract it on your computer. Usually I have a streaming place on my hard drive that I put all of the streaming resources. So you can just basically extract it. I use WinRAR to extract it, but you can just extract it using Windows or whichever program you use to extract it. So I'm just going to extract the program, and I usually, as I said, I have it under OS, and I have a streaming resources folder under here. And under there I have an apps folder. I'll just extract it under here. So we'll just put it under the apps folder and click OK and extract it there. Okay, so then we can close that down. The next thing that we need to do is go to Chrome extensions. So we do Chrome //extension. Okay. Now, what you'll need to do is turn on developer mode. I've already got it installed there, but you just need to click on developer mode and make sure that that is turned on. You'll need to do this until the extension is actually installed properly. Hopefully it won't take too long for the extension that I submitted to be installed and approved. But for now, you need to install and turn on developer mode there. And then you need to click the button here that says load unpacked. So we're going to click load unpacked. And then we're going to go under the folder where we unpacked that extension. So it's going to be wherever you put it. Mine obviously was under the streaming resources, and then under apps, and then the folder that was live chat overlays. So we're going to select that, and then we're going to select this folder. And now you'll see that we have this live chat overlay extension there. So that is how you install the extension right now until we get the extension approved in the Chrome store. Okay, so that is how that works. Now, the next step that we need to do is to actually go into Castr. I've already got a test chat set up. I don't know if you have actually used the unified chat in Castr before or not, but all you need to do is set up your chat, your stream using the platforms that you want to stream to ahead of time. So let's just go ahead and set that up. I'm just going to stream to my personal pages there. So we'll set up this, we'll close that, we'll go to set up my personal page here. I will leave that and we'll get that hooked up, and then we'll add another one to YouTube, into my personal page on YouTube there. So we will go and we'll set my personal one here, click allow, then close that down, and then we'll create another new event. And we'll have to put something in here, so say test, that, create that. Okay. And the other one that the unified chat works with is Twitch. So I'll just set up my Twitch stream there as well, just so that you can see that. So we'll connect to Twitch. And I assume that you already have these platforms connected and you know how to do that, but we'll just connect to Florida there, and we can just leave that. So now we have all of these set up there. Now, obviously, you just same as you normally would. You've got your stream key here, and I've already done this set up in OBS here. So you can go to OBS, and you would just go to your settings in OBS under your stream here, and then you're setting up the stream key, copying that from Castr there. And once you do that, then you're ready to stream. So once you now will set up the actual scene for that, what I've got already is just a video of our program that is from a previous week. Now, usually what we do is we have the pre-service time and the post-service time, and that is usually when we use the chat area, so that when people are coming into we start usually around 10 minutes before, and so we just have some welcome music, and we have a screen that says welcome will begin shortly, and so people will start coming, and it's sort of like the pre-service type thing, where when people come in to the church, it's the get together time, and people will kind of say hello, how are you doing, welcome, and chat together. And so it helps people online be connected, and then the people who are monitoring the chat will then be able to I'll show you what the interface looks like, and they can actually select a chat from the activity in the chat, and that will then show up on the actual live stream to highlight a chat. And then afterwards, we have a similar screen that says, let's talk about the service, kind of as the post service, and people will then give comments on the sermon and different things that happen during the service. And then we'll also highlight some of the appropriate chats that are a blessing, and so that then also becomes part of the live stream, so that people feel connected as well. So the way that we set this up is we're going to be creating a some sort of way to bring in the chat window. The easiest way to do is just do a window capture. So if we go back to here, what you need to do is you need to actually start the stream and then go into the chat overlay here and generate the chat URL. If you generate the chat URL now and open the window, it's going to show it here, but it's not actually connecting properly to the different services that are there. So you're going to need to regenerate it. But for the purposes of setting up the window, so what we'll do now is I'll just go back into OBS, and I can, because you're doing a window capture, you can set this up ahead of time, and then you can just regenerate this window and it will work properly, connecting to the different services there. So I hope you understand how that works there. So what we'll do now is we'll just add a window capture here, and we'll call this that window. And then what we will do is we will grab the window here of the Chrome Castr bot. Okay, so there it is there. And so we will just click OK on that. The settings to grab the window is fairly, you can leave that as far as that goes, and just set that there. Now what we'll then do is hold down the Alt key, and then we're going to just grab just the portion that is down here at the highlighted, the portion at the end there. So you'll see, I don't know, actually, let me just, before I go back, I'm just going to switch back to the Castr window. So I don't know if you've used the Castr overlay before. You'll notice, if you did before, you'll notice that it's a little different. You'll see that this area here is all black with this area of a sample chat there. And this is what will happen. This is where this portion here is going to be where what will be shown in the area that will be shown in the live stream. And so this is what the extension does. It will all of the chats will show up here, and then you can click on that, and then it will highlight that chat down in this area here. And so when we go back to OBS here, you can see that that is how that works. And so you basically use the Alt to just capture just that portion of the window there on that, and then you can move it around wherever you want it to be on the screen there. And then the other thing that you need to do is, if you're going, you just need to apply a filter. So you apply a Luma key filter. So you right click on that chat window, you click filters, and then you click plus, and then you're going to apply a Luma key filter on that. And then you can do that. And then once you do that, click close, then you get everything everything keyed out properly on that. So that is how you get a good overlay properly of the chat window. So that is how you set up that. Now, what we'll do, I will just actually start streaming, and then I will show you an example of how the chat actually works here. So, a couple of things here on the interface of the chat window. You can hit the clear button and it will clear this out. And so then if you go back to the window, it's gone here. So that's how you can basically work with that. So let me actually show both screens here. And it's helpful to have multiple displays so that you can have the chat window on the second screen. So we'll just move it over onto that screen there. So you have OBS running. And so let's just actually start streaming here. And then let's actually start the program. Okay. And then we'll go back to Castr.
I could just sit and wait for all your goodness.
And then we can go to our dashboard here, and we can start
stay right where I
the
am,
stream going onto our stuff. Okay, so now we have it going on everything there. So now that we have the things going to the actual destinations, we want to actually go back to Castr and regenerate the chat overlay. Okay. And so we'll go and generate the chat overlay, and then we'll open this up again. Okay, and then we'll look at this, and you can see here, see where it says it's connected to Twitch and connected to Facebook and YouTube. That did not happen before because we weren't actually streaming to those services. So that's why you need to make sure that you are actually streaming to those services before you actually, when you go live. So let's just bring this over here, and you can see that it started that again. So when you're starting, you want to clear that out on that, so you can see. So generally what I normally do is I'll have the chat on the one screen, and then I've got my OBS on the other screen there. And so now I can basically just bring up Facebook here, and I will just pull up a test chat here on that.
Deeper, and I'll go where you will lead me, Lord. You have called me higher, you have called me deeper, and I'll go where you will lead me, Lord. Where you lead me, where you lead me, Lord.
Here. So this is the live chat there. And so I can actually comment here. And then it will take that. And so now you can see here, I actually commented on there. And so I can actually click on this here, and it highlights it in green, and then there. And so if we go back to OBS, you can see that it shows up here with this is, I think I probably need to adjust the chat screen there.
Light the path before me, 'cause you have called me higher, you have
set things up ahead of time properly on that. And so that is how you can go through there. And so we can basically use that to go through. Then you can basically use that and you can clear out the chat using the clear button. And so if we go to YouTube here, and we can
Jesus is calling.
see that YouTube will be the other channel on YouTube. And live on YouTube as well. So there. Probably need to go this is double there. So I can then just go ahead and do okay. So it will then go through, and so now we have the comment from YouTube, and click on that, and it will be either from Facebook or YouTube or Twitch all the way through. You get the idea, and again you can see that it shows up there. So that's basically how the chat works. And again, you can clear things out. So that's basically how the things work. Now there is some other settings. I think I'm just going to stop the screen because it's a little distracting for things to be going on in the background here. Just stop this right now. We'll actually just stop the stream, but that's how that works. So let me just go back here and we'll stop the stream. There you have that continuing to go. Castr here under our dashboard. So there's a couple other things that I wanted to show you. On the original extension that was made by Aaron Parecki, the settings were not really accessible. So I made a little option button. Actually, let me just show you using this window, that it's a little bit easier for you to see there. So this is the chat screen. So there's this button called options, and I made a dialog box so that you can actually change all of the settings for the colors and things like that. So you can go ahead and change the background color. I would leave that normally because when you use the background color as black, then you can easily Luma key out the key and get that to work. The author background color, again, is when you click on that. You see here. If you save this here, then changing that, see how it turned that to the orange on that. So that will change the colors there. So that's the author background color. So you can change the colors there on that. Author text color is the actual color of the text of it there. The chat message color, message text color. So the chat message color is going to be the background of that, and the text message is going to be the text color there. So those are the options there. then you can set the font that you want to do there. Then as well, you also have the ability to, with Facebook right now, Castr is working on trying to get the names of people, if people are not signed up to Castr, then the people's names are not going to show up. They're going to show up as empty user or anonymous user. And so it does, I basically put into the plugin there that it's, you can replace empty username or anonymous user or whatever you want to do. If there might be other times that you want to do that. So you can basically put in here anonymous user. You can put a comma separated list of anonymous users, and then it will go through, and anytime it finds anyone in that list, it will replace it with whatever is here under replace with here. And so if it was, right now it's just blank, it's going to replace the empty username with nothing on that. So that's something here for Facebook until they fix the issue with that. I'm not sure, they couldn't tell me how long it would take to fix that, but other than that, it basically will just show that it comes from Facebook and the comment there. So that's basically it. So you can again select the comment there, and it will then show that it comes from YouTube or from Facebook, and the comment that was done there. So that is how you can highlight chats that come for YouTube. The person's name is going to show up there if you want. There is an option there to show the person's first name or use the full name, and you can just click on that to choose which one you want to do, show the person's full name or choose just the person's first name there. So you just click save on that, and then if I were to reselect this one here, then you can see it's going to show the full name. So that's the way that you can use that. So hopefully you find this plugin useful, and if you do, let me know. You can, if there are issues that you find with the plugin, you can send them to the repository on the GitHub. Just use the issue tracking system on that, and hopefully I can fix those quickly, but hopefully you will find it useful. And if you find these things that I'm doing useful, then you might want to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see if there's other things that we can work together on to share God's word with other people. Thanks for watching.